Hello my friend, I'm Petko and I welcome you to the Dark Den. Yeah! So starting from here, all the way over here, then we quickly go over here and over there and here and a little bit over here. And also all of this, everything here, it is a Dark Den. And in case you don't know, Dark Den is the name of my YouTube channel where I, Petko, make videos for you about animals and other stuff. Yeah, mostly stuff. Even though a lot of you that will be watching these videos already know a lot about this channel, about these animals and about Dark Den, I'm going to record this video as if you have no idea what is Dark Den and you have no idea about anything about the animals here. So yeah, just so you know. This is Felix and sometimes he grabs camera, but of course not now. Are you having a stage fright, Phoenix? Oh, Felix, go up there. Yes. There he goes. There he goes. Okay, we don't really want you to fall, but this is Felix, and Felix is a panther chameleon, and he's kinda here in the center of the Dark Den, as you can see. Even though when someone new enters here and goes around the Dark Den to check out the animals, usually they never spot Felix, because he's just standing there observing like a security camera, watching every move. And even though people don't see Felix, Felix definitely sees all the people. Alright, let me also define some stuff. Majority of animals in the Dark Den are spiders, tarantulas to be more exact. And tarantulas, they are kinda reclusive animals, I think that's the word, but they're hiding a lot. And also on top of that, they are more of night crawlers, so that means that during the day they are hidden inside of their holes or some similar type of den. Dark Den. And during the night they will come outside hoping that some prey will stumble upon their lair. So because of that, a majority of tarantulas, I won't be able to show you majority of tarantulas that I have, but for every tarantula that I cannot show you, I will show you the video featuring that tarantula. And that also includes other animals that I won't be able to show you. I will show you the clips while I'm showing you the cage, or yeah, something like that. And also I have a lot of small tarantulas in these cups, I won't be going through them. I will just write you the list of all the species that I have, so you can pause if you like and read the whole list. Yeah. And also another side note for people that are followers of the Dark Den. This is Despacito, by the way. In case you don't know, we are soon moving out of this space into a new space that will actually be the permanent Dark Den, the final Dark Den, because a while ago, together with my wife, we bought a house together, and in the basement I am setting up everything needed for a permanent Dark Den. So everything will be nice and close and convenient, and I cannot wait for that. But of course, I want to have a full collection tour inside of this space, because I never did one. As you know, we have been here for less than a year, so I never actually managed to record a full collection tour because of, I don't know, I'm just not a fan of making these videos, because it is so much effort, at least it feels to me, because I want to cover everything that I have, and I don't know, it is just overwhelming. Yeah, but it needs to be done, and it is going to be done right now. So with that being said, I think that we can start with this. Yeah. Promotional Petko here with quick promotional message. New shirts, calendars for next year, stickers are all on the web shop, available for the pre-order, and pre-orders are open for next 7 days. So if you want to get them, go there and get them, order them now. Back to the video. Let's start with Despacito, and then we will return to Felix. So this is Despacito, and this is his huge mansion. You see, he got a really large enclosure, and in case you don't know, Despacito is a bearded dragon, because he is a dragon. Are you dragon? Yes, he is. And this is his beautiful beard. Beautiful beard, you see. He can often be super cheeky with his behavior. I have a hard time feeding him healthy food, because he only wants to munch on roaches and all the green stuff that he needs to eat, because you know, together with insects, they also need to eat all sorts of vegetables and also some fruits, but he doesn't like vegetables. But I cannot blame him. Meat is meat, I guess, right? The protein's above everything. But he recently had some really bad seizures, and I was afraid that I'm going to lose him, that I will lose him, but thankfully he recovered from that. And now I'm kind of forcing the more healthier food. Yeah. All right. Despacito, thank you for your time. Enjoy the rest of the day. Now, down here, this is a temporal setup for 8. And 8 is a tortoise, you see, a sleepy tortoise. His enclosure is actually outside in my house, but since it is super cold now, I'm preparing him for the hibernation. I mean, he will soon go into a hibernation, so for now he is being inside of this until I move him into a more colder area. Okay, then this leads us into this, and if you're watching my videos, you know that I'm not keeping this enclosure right here. It is actually moved over there, but for this video I wanted to have it displayed as it is intended, because originally this is supposed to be a 360 enclosure that you can observe from all sides, from all angles, you see? No background, and yeah. And inside I have these tarantulas. This is the Monocentropus balfouri. I'm creating the shadow, but I cannot get a nice shot. This is one female, and also there is another female inside for sure, and maybe a third female that I'm not really so sure. So yes, I have multiple tarantulas inside of this setup, but majority of tarantula species are not communal like this. They do not tolerate each other, and if you put them in the same enclosure, you will just get one really fat tarantula. But this species, the Monocentropus balfouri, for some strange reason, they function as a community. Yeah, originally inside of this enclosure, I mean not this exact enclosure, but I started with originally 9 Monocentropus balfouri slings. Tiny tarantula. Sling is actually a terminology for a baby tarantula. So originally I started with 9 of these tarantulas, and then on the first rehouse there was just 8 of them. It appeared that one sling died, but that is not a strange thing for a small tarantula, for a sling. And then as those slings grow, as they matured, I ended up with 5 males and 3 females. But males, their lifespan is much shorter than females, so all of those males eventually died, even though I actually gave some to my friends for breeding, and some of those breedings were successful. So in the near future I will be bringing a couple of those babies and putting them inside of this enclosure, and that will be cool. Let me just close the enclosure, because I will most likely forget if I don't do it immediately. Now down here under the table where I'm recording majority of videos, you see over here in the corner, this is where I put the camera when I'm recording the videos, and this is the angle that you are usually looking at. So underneath of that table we have another lizard, and I'm not really sure if we will manage to record him. Let me just remove this. Yeah, this is kind of broken. Dark den quality, what can I say? You see that lovely looking face? That is Thor, and I'm pretty sure that I can take one roach and lure him outside. So let's get one, and while we are at it, I will show you where I keep all the roaches, because majority of animals inside of the dark den loves to eat insects, and one of the best insects that you can get are actually roaches. And this is one colony of roaches. These are lateralis roaches, but you see, once again, I have a problem with gnots, these tiny flies. But you see, I have this sticky tape and over here, and also the mixture that attracts gnots, and I'm successfully killing them now, because I spotted some gnots, and within 2 weeks the whole colony was flooded with them. So it is really annoying how fast they can reproduce and how their population just explodes if you don't deal with it as soon as possible. One roach. So let's see if we can get Thor outside. And I'm not really sure if I said it, but Thor is a, oh my god. Thor is a leopard gecko and he's also kind of friendly sometimes. Yeah, but he's cool and lovely little fella. And he loves roaches, of course. Okay, that's it. Now we can return to Felix. And also, I'm not really sure, but in case I didn't mention, Felix is a panther chameleon, a male panther chameleon to be more precise, and he might seem super friendly now. Super friendly little bugger, but that wasn't the case just like, I don't know, 9 months ago. He used to be super afraid and hiding all the time, not wanting to eat when I'm near. And look at him now, making recording of this video a bit challenging. So if you're looking at this video thinking how panther chameleons are super friendly and super easy to handle, just a little warning and disclaimer. It is a really hard work to achieve that, and also you need to give them a lot of personal space and make sure that they have a lot of hiding places and also places where you don't touch them. When he was in his old enclosure, there was a certain spot where he went there. I never attempted to touch him or anything, and that was like his own personal space, and I wanted to give him some spot where he can feel secure and safe. And yeah, I think that definitely helped with getting him to be so friendly as he is now and so interactive. You see, he's just trying to reach me this whole time. He's just trying to get close to the camera, you see, and close to my hands and everything. He's definitely awesome guy. Although, as I said, first 2 years of me having him was basically with minimum interactions. Okay, with that done, should we go over there or over there? Over there I have frogs and crabs and biggest tarantulas in the dark den, but over here I have some sweet terrestrial tarantulas that are almost always outside, and also in these plastic boxes we have tarantulas that we can easily see and observe. So I think that we will go here, and that way I'm also keeping the biggest tarantulas for the end of this video. Tactics. You see, these cups contain smaller tarantulas, but first we are going to go through these glass enclosures, and then we will go through that, and then this shelf, and then this shelf. I will also put this camera here in case I need it, but this will still be main camera. So let's start from the bottom. But now I actually remember that I didn't mention one thing. All of the enclosures that you will see in this video, and also all of the furniture and shelves and everything, I built all of that, and that is a huge part of this channel. So moving forward, when we move all of this into a new space, I will be adding more stuff that I will be building by myself. So if you are a fan of DIY, that is also something that you can expect on this channel. In case you didn't know, just in case you didn't know. So with that being said, let's continue the tour. And that medium-sized tarantula that you are looking at, this is Brachypelma classy, as you can see. And let's check it out up close. This is one cute little fuzzer, as all of tarantulas are. But these tarantulas on this shelf have a tendency of destroying the backgrounds that I made for them. You see all of that white stuff, that is the styrofoam of the fake background that I built. So disrespectful. But let's continue to next Brachypelma. And this one is Brachypelma albiceps, also a cute little fuzzer. And by the way, prepare for me saying a cute little fuzzer all the time now, because all of these tarantulas are cute little fuzzer. And now moving to next cute little fuzzer that is currently not here. It is Tiltocatel Kallenbergi, but that used to be Brachypelma Kallenbergi. Let's see if we can pull the enclosure out so we can see her. Ooh, she made a decent hole over here. You see this? Tarantulas sometimes do stuff like that, and there is nothing that you can do. That is the reason why we usually get multiple tarantulas, so there is a higher chance that some of them will be outside and not just buried in the dirt. Now next cute little fuzzer, and this is the standard one that you probably seen in some encyclopedia or, I don't know, documentary and such. This is Brachypelma hamori, and this girl actually got a name, and the name is Minerva, you see, because a while ago she managed to escape. And that's how she earned this name. Alright, carrying on. And it looks like we caught this sneaky little girl doing some nasty business of destroying the background, you see. This is Brachypelma auratum, and she comes from Mexico. As you see, all of these Brachypelmas, they come from Mexico. But can you come down from there? So we can see you a bit better, and so you stop with this shenanigans of destroying the background. No, she doesn't want to do that. You see how sometimes tarantulas can be really passive, ignoring the pokes and such. And that brings us to last Brachypelma on this shelf, and that is Brachypelma baumgartneri. And what is amazing about this species, check how black this part of leg is. Super black, super dark. Crazy. Let's see if she is also passive. Pam pam. Ooh. So dramatic. Oh, so dangerous. Let's continue. Up here we have Grammostola iheringe, and she is actually from Brazil, and she is cool. And now I spotted, look where she stored her eaten roach. That is interesting. Come on the open. Oh, she's actually grabbing the... Ooh, she thinks it is a food. Come on, let go. Look at those fangs. Oh, that was a bite, and she figured out, nope, that is not food. I am no longer interested. Another similar looking Grammostola, but this one is Grammostola actaeon. And her abdomen is a bit weird. I don't know. I don't know what is up with that. Ooh, you see that feeding response. Super fast, but such a pretty looking tarantulas, right? I mean, all of them are pretty, but it is a hard pick. Now this is one beautiful black tarantula. This is Grammostola pulchra, and she also likes to bite straws. Oh, over here, you see how beautiful she is. Man, oh man, also destroyer of the background. Nothing new over there. But with a pretty face like this, you can do whatever you like. Let's carry on. Now we will be looking at some arboreal tarantulas, and unlike terrestrial tarantulas that, as you see, lives on the ground level, these tarantulas, they are actually living up top. And this is avicularia. Not sure if I can get her to come out. Their common name is pink-toed tarantulas, and you can actually see why they are called pink-toed tarantula. Because those are kind of pink toes. I'm not sure. Kinda yes. And now you will see the theme when it comes to majority of arboreal tarantulas. They are all hiding, you see. Now the single one is outside, so all you can do is observe the enclosures that are kinda pretty. I mean, they have live plants, so at least there is some color to them. But now I will need to resort to showing you the old clips of this tarantula. And the tarantula inside of this enclosure is Ibirapora diversipes, and she's kind of similar to this tarantula. Inside of this not so pretty enclosure we have Caribena versicolor. Also she is hiding somewhere inside of her web. Up here we have a Pseudopeus pulcher, female. I didn't even mention all of these tarantulas are females. When you are in hobby, you prefer to get a female because most of the time females are bigger, prettier, and they also live for significantly longer. For example, males can live for like 2 to 5 years depending on the species, while females can live from 15 to 30 years. It definitely makes sense to prefer having a female, right? Yep. So let's continue with this. Oh, this arboreal tarantula is actually on the ground level. Maybe we can lure her. Oh, some bite action. You can see her leg. This is Pseudopeus cambridgei, and it is a pretty tarantula, as I always say. Ooh, she likes to bite, and she doesn't like my pokes. I'm trying to get her out. Oh, there. Now you can have a behind the closer look. So yeah, Pseudopeus cambridgei. Another Pseudopeus inside of this enclosure we have Pseudopeus reduncus, also female. Now we move to tarantulas in these enclosures. Some of them aren't as pretty as the ones on this shelf, but it is what it is. So inside of this enclosure, unfortunately I cannot show you now, or maybe I can poke. Anybody there? Nope. But inside of this enclosure there is one really cool tarantula, the one that is really infamous in the hobby, and that is the OBT, Pterinochilus murinus. Their common name is orange baboon tarantula, so that is where the OBT comes from, but people also refer them to as orange bitey thing. So yeah, you can assume what is their general mood. In this enclosure we also have a Pterinochilus murinus, but this is the different color form, and that one is also in the hiding. Yeah. Oh, you see how defensive these guys are. Those are slaps, and tarantulas are doing that when they are not happy. I mean, I cannot blame her because I'm ripping her webbing, but look over there. The fangs and thread posture. Whoop. That is the standard OBT, although we intentionally pissed her off. So yeah. Now in here we have another Pterinochilus, but this is Pterinochilus lugardi. You can see a little bit of her booty. I will try to poke her, but I'm not sure if she will come. Poop, poop, poop. Oh, there we go. Also immediate thread posture. They got some attitude for sure. Oh, will she come out or not? I'm gonna give you some action. Look at that. That could easily be your finger. Oh yes. Can I get my straw now? Please? I apologize. I apologize greatly for the... Oh no. Or maybe you can just have it. Although now we can have a closer look. That is Pterinochilus lugardi. Hell yeah. Come on, give me that straw now. Oof. She just bite. She's definitely a girl with some attitude, you see. I'm gonna blow lightly. If you need to move tarantula, blowing on them, it is usually a good thing to do. The easiest way. These three girls are actually African, together with this girl, although she is not a Pterinochilus, she is a Ceratogyrus darlingi, and what it is cool about this species is, for some reason, on their carapace, they have horn. I have no idea what is it for, but it is there, you see? That is her horn. Interesting for sure. Oh, just like the OBTs, she also got some attitude, just like majority of African tarantulas and Asian tarantulas. Unlike these tarantulas, they are New World and more often they are calm. Unlike these, they would just destroy the world if they could. Now in the rest of these glass enclosures we have Psalmopeus pulchers, Psalmopeus cambridgei and Psalmopeus reduncus, and those are the same tarantulas that I showed you on this shelf, so there is no point into showing them again, and they are also all hiding, you see. None of them is outside, and they are kind of smallish. That means that we are done with these enclosures, and now I will show you all of these small tarantulas, but that will need a different approach. And that is to record on this table. And just so you know, we will go quickly through them because we have a lot and we have a lot more to go. So yeah, no time to waste. First one is this Holotella longipes, but I also have another sling in a smaller cup. It is a smaller sling, of course. Then this is one Brachypelma emilia, but also, you know, we have one huge female that I'm going to show you over there. Then this Pamphobeteus species Mascara. It got beautiful abdomen and huge abdomen, and also I think that it is in a premolt, so soon it will be slightly bigger. Then this is another Grammostola pulchra. You know, the beautiful black one that I already showed you. This is one small sling. This clamped up sling is another Pamphobeteus, and this is Pamphobeteus antinos. Then this one got a really funny name, and that is Bumba cabocla. Bumba. I mean, who names the tarantula genus Bumba? It probably means something, but it just sounds hilarious. This sweet-looking one is Strixopelma pruriens. Then we have a plain-looking Pterinopelma sazimaisling, and I have two of these. Then this is Acanthoscuria musculosa, Nanducolora villosus, and we also have one adult male. This is Lasiodora parahibana, but again we have one bigger one, although I'm not sure if it's male or a female. Then I have two of these, Cyriocosmus giganteus. I have male and a female. Next one is this beautiful Ephenbopus cyanognatus, and it is beautiful. Let me just poke it and you will maybe see. No, but it got blue fangs. I will show you a picture now. Woo, beautiful. Then, next one. I have two Cyriocosmus perez millesi females. Almost a heart shape on the abdomen. The Holotele exilis, I have two of these. You can't really see her well, maybe the other one. Yeah, you can see this one better. It is outside, although under a layer of silk. So as I said, the Holotele exilis. Next one is Psalmopeus pulcher, but you already seen that one. No, wait. I have a wrong label. This is not Psalmopeus pulcher, this is Psalmopeus irminia. Strange that I didn't notice that mistake, but you can see some legs over there, and that is everything. Better luck next time. Next tarantula is Neoholotele incei gold, and you can barely see her down there. You see, that's the tarantula. Right there. That brings us into another Avicularia avicularia, although this used to be a Avicularia metallica, but they changed the name. You see, cute little fella. Next one we have one non-tarantula spider, and that is a huntsman spider. Latin name is, oh, I don't have it written. It is Heteropoda species Flores, I think. But it is a cool looking spider, and it gets really fast, so I will close it. I also have two more individuals, so I won't be showing you them. Then I have three of these. This is Lasiodora difficilis. In here we have one Pezzoteria smithi. You see. This ball of feet is Pezzoteria tigrina veseli. Alright, almost over with these enclosures. Next we have three Hylobrachys fimbriatus. You see, got really cool abdomen, and in here I have another Hylobrachys discolus, but there are the legs, and that is all that I can show you. But this one you can see well, and this is Formicoptus atrichomatus, and I have two of individuals of this size. In here I have one that I never spotted outside. This is the enclosure in which I got her originally, so I don't even have a footage of her to show you. But the scientific name is Formingohilus evereti. These legs belong to Omotimus sietei, while this one is all out on the open, and this is Formicoptus species Dominican purple, although I don't see a purple coloration for now. I have two of these. Another Ceratogyrus darlingi, but I showed you bigger female that I have in glass enclosure. This is the one with the horn, you know. Then here we have another African with horn, you see. But this is Ceratogyrus marshalli. Yeah, different species. But also for some reason it got horn. Hilarious concept. Now this one down there, it is Stromatopelma calceatum. Unfortunately a male, even though it is still not mature. And we are finishing it off with Pelinobius muticus, although I have a mature male in other enclosure that you will soon see. Yeah. So we are done with these enclosures. Now next one on the menu are the ones on these shelves, so I also will be taking them and bringing them on the table where we will see them up close. But before we start with that, let me just show you this enclosure, because this one I won't be bringing on the table. And in here I have actually experimental communal enclosure. These guys over here, and also somewhere I cannot really spot the third one. These are giant African land snails, but also in the substrate there is a lot of sun beetle grubs or larvae that will hopefully turn into beetles soon. So yeah, that is what is going on in this enclosure, while you will see rest on this table. This is a recently rehoused Cyriopagopus lividum. As you see, it is a beautiful tarantula, beautiful blue coloration and everything. While this ball of feet is an old Hysterocrates gigas male, he is actually a father now because I have a ton of babies that he produced together with the female. I'm going to show you all of them a bit later. Then here we have a bunch of scorpions, you see. These are called Titius stigmerus and they are awesome because all of these, they are females and they just keep reproducing because they are, I always forget the word, when there is no males around, they have a ability to clone themselves. I mean, not literally clone themselves, but females can produce more females without males. That brings us to another tarantula, and this is Nanduchromatus. I actually have 3 of females, maybe, I'm not really sure. Here is one that is, one of these is confirmed female, and I have another female in bigger box, I think. But anyhow, I have 3 of these. And this is another Brachypelma hamori, but this is a male. Next on the menu is this Hylobrachys species Vietnam blue. You see she is out and about. She actually had a tunnel, but recently she destroyed it. She digged it up and now she's like this. Then this is Pamphobeteus mahala, female, but we also have 2 males that are far prettier than this female, which is not a common thing amongst tarantulas. As I already said, females are usually bigger and prettier. Oof, I forgot, I have another Brachypelma hamori male. Totally forgot about that. And this is that Pelenobius muticus male that I was talking about, but you can also see this is an older dude. Unfortunately, I don't have a female for him, and I think that he is going to die soon. And also I mentioned this one, this is Lasiodora parahibana, a bigger one, although I'm not sure if it's a male or a female. Oh, this is an interesting one because this is Monocentropus balfouri. You know, those are the one that I showed you, the first tarantulas that I showed in this video. This is a juvenile male, and once he matures, I will put him with my females inside. This is, oh, she's gone. Cochiana brunipes. Oh, she's back and she's not happy about this. This is Neholotella incei, mature male. Next we have 3 of Sicarius tomisoides females. And where is the spider, huh? There's the spider. Really cool, right? And if you're wondering what happened to male that we had and that we bred to one female, I put him overnight with another female and next day he was dead. So it seemed like the other female got him, unfortunately. Under this corkbark we have Megaphobema robustum, although I don't think that we will see her. Nope. Next one, Grammostola pulchripes male, and you know we also have a female, but unfortunately, yeah, I will show her later. She's not doing well. I already mentioned this male to you. This is Nandu coloratovillosus, mature male. Now this one is a treat. You see, these are the Hysterocrates gigas babies that I was talking about. There is a lot of them inside. When I put them inside of this box, there were around 50, and currently I have no idea how many there are, but there is a lot. When I move, they just spawn out of everywhere, yeah. And apparently you can keep them this way. So I will be putting that to a test. And this is nothing special, this is just a colony of springtails that I have. In case you don't know, springtails are these tiny bugs, you see they jump. That's why they are called springtails, because they just fly like a spring. But they are the cleanup crew of the enclosure. They usually feed on nasty stuff inside of the enclosure, like leftover food, fungi and mold, but unfortunately not on all type of mold. The most common one that I'm having problems with in some of the enclosures, they don't feed on that, unfortunately. And that means that we are done with this shelf. I showed you all the enclosures, so we are moving into this last shelf. Firstly, I'm giving you the list of all the animals in these tiny cups because I won't be going through them, so you can pause the list if you like. And these are slings from my first exec, Triltocatel albopilosus slings. There is like 30-ish of them, and the last cup over there, that is the baby from this girl, the Caribena versicolor, the only surviving baby from her, unfortunately. But thankfully it is still alive. So I'm going to continue to tell. Oh, no. Also, I'm giving you the list of all the animals in these cups. So here is the list. There we go. We are going back to table now, where I will be bringing these enclosures. Move it, almost done with that side. And then we can go to the biggest tarantulas in the dark den. Even though these are also cool, like this Davus pentaloris. I have two of these, and this is a female, I believe. And this is Xenestis species Megascopula. Then we have this awesome looking Pseudohapalopus species blue. Check out this abdomen. It is out of some other world, I don't know. And this one is similarly cool, although you cannot really see it that very well. But this is Hylbrachys species electric blue, and you can kind of see the fangs, right? Down here we have one that is kind of hard to pronounce. This is Ornithoctonus aureotibialis. Nailed it, I think. And then we have this crazy pair of two Cyriopagopus minax, male and female. This is something that I set up recently. Oof, maybe it is smarter to close them. This is the Poecilotheria metallica communal setup that we set up recently. I mean, rehoused recently. Ooh, but check out how blue this guy is. The underside is super blue, actually. I didn't even spot that in the video when I was rehousing them. And in this CD enclosure, we have one big booty girl, but yeah, I cannot show her because she always hides. There are some clips that I can actually show you, so you can have a really good look. And now in this recently set up enclosure, you should recognize this. We have none other than Rasputin. In case you don't know, this is the roach that escaped certain death, that scared away Linda, one of the biggest tarantulas that I have. He scared her away and then managed to escape and hide inside of the dark den for like a month or so. So that's why he got the name. Why just dropping, man? That's why he got the name Rasputin, because Rasputin was some Russian guy that was really hard to kill. He is a hissing roach. The exact species I will write it down, but I also have a colony of males here for feeding. But you see, with his shenanigans, he earned himself this mention just for himself. And in the future, we will get him a female. Here I have another roach colony. Let me see if I can get one. They are deep down. Oh, here's one. I will write you the species name because I don't know which one is it. I mean how they are called, but they are cool because they dig a lot. They bear like crazy, you see? He just goes down. And I have a lot of them, but they are way down here. These are the Psittala horrida babies, the Spiniaces bugs, you see? There is like 15 to 20 of babies inside, and they are actually an offspring from the adults that I had. While in here we have some small colony of isopods, you see? They are so cool. I'm trying to raise them for some bigger enclosures, to have them as a cleanup crew in some bigger setups. And in this enclosure I have a Heterometrus scorpion. This is actually a baby from the female that I had, so this is the only baby that I have left. I gave away all the others and now I have only one. But regardless, even a one is enough, yeah. With this, we only have one enclosure left on that shelf, and let me go over there to show you. Because we have a specific situation over here. Inside we have that Grammostola pulchripes female that I mentioned already, but she's not acting well. I'm really not sure what is up with her. I put her here in some sort of quarantine. I removed her from other tarantula enclosures. You see, she's not in close proximity of any tarantula, at least not super close. These are all the roaches and stuff. So I'm not sure what is up with her, but I'm fearing the worst. The time will tell. The time will tell. Now we are done with all the enclosures on this side, and before we move onto that side, I have 3 more enclosures here that I will bring to the table first. So let me do that. Because in this one here, we have something super cool, and that is a centipede, the Scolopendra centipede. Check her out. She's growing and getting bigger and bigger. She used to be a tiny centipede, that now look at her. I mean, she's not super huge, but she's almost as long as my finger. I'm so glad that she's doing well. I'm so glad. Check her out. Such a sweet looking centipede. And I love how the tips of her legs are black or just dark, I don't know. I definitely miss having big centipedes because they are so awesome. Inside this enclosure is Neoholotelidae gold male under the corkbark somewhere, and inside of this enclosure we have just a regular Neoholotelidae female. This is the female that actually had an egg sac when I was opening this enclosure, but unfortunately nothing happened with that egg sac, and therefore I think that it was a phantom egg sac. And that leads us to all the enclosures that we have here. But we will still be bringing some of them to the table because I have some scorpions here that I need to show you. Also, if you're wondering, I have a heat lamp here that is keeping higher temperature on this shelf because these are the desert animals, and in order to grow, they need some additional heat. And since I want them to grow, I definitely am providing that. This one is really cool. It is the fat-tailed scorpion. And it is called a fat-tailed scorpion because it got, you guessed it, a fat tail. And this is a tail that you don't want to mess with because these scorpions are highly venomous, and if I got stinged I probably wouldn't die, but I definitely would feel terrible. Check out that tail, it is so massive in comparison to the scorpion, even though the scorpion is pretty thick, I must say that. And when it comes to dealing with these scorpions, tweezers are must. I never use my hands for them. Now this is a different species of fat-tailed scorpion, and this is also a baby. You see, a small scorpion, but still a deadly little guy. Here I have a scorpion that is now bigger than the last time when I showed it. So I would like to show her now, although it seems that won't happen, unfortunately. Ah, damn. Maybe I can get this one to go outside. Oh, yes. Yes. Now you see, this was also a tiny scorpion, and it still isn't super huge, but it is definitely bigger than it was when I put it inside of this enclosure. Pretty neat looking killing machine, am I right? And also on the shelf I have this enclosure that should contain bunch of dead stalker scorpions, and I see one. You see that scorpion booty? Yeah, there should be a bunch of them inside, but I don't see them outside quite often, so I'm not really sure what is happening. The only way to be certain is to destroy the enclosure, and I don't want to do that just to count them. And on this shelf we have less scorpion in this video. Hadrurus arizonensis is inside, but yeah, it is buried under this clay looking thingy. And over here, the Arcadia products that I'm using for my reptiles. I need to show them off, right? They are awesome. In this enclosure, Ceropagopus species Hati, but she is never outside. So yeah, that is all that you can see. Underneath, we have this awesome looking enclosure, but since it is kinda late at night now, the frogs that are actually inside are all hiding. I have 2 frogs inside, but none of them is outside. Oh, there you can actually see a back of one frog, but unfortunately it looks like that is everything that I can show you. But do you like the enclosure? It is kind of lush, but not so much. I'm kind of not satisfied with everything, but I am enjoying this plant because it is growing like crazy. And right besides the frogs we have the crabs, but I'm pretty sure we won't be able to see them, although as I'm saying that I spotted one. So quickly, this is a vampire crab, and I have 6 inside of the enclosure. They are kind of pinkish. Let me try to get it closer. Whoa! Oh my god! What was that? Dude, when I unboxed them they weren't so fast. What is happening now? Holy moly! He just jumped outside. I hope that he's alright, but from over there just woof! And I just wanted him to come here on the open. This was so unprofessional, but I'm new to keeping these guys, so I don't really know what to expect. Can I spot anyone else? Not really. Well, okay, spotting one is more than enough, but the enclosure, how do you like it, huh? I'm really satisfied with the outcome. Now we are moving to the left, and this is Chip's enclosure, and even though Chips is not outside, we can still kind of spot him inside of his hole. You see, Chips, if I can focus on him, he is a crested gecko, and unlike the other reptiles that I have in the dark den, he absolutely hates me and I'm not able to handle him. So I just let him hang his enclosure, and I don't really have any sorts of interactions with him. But his enclosure is at least looking nice. This is the plant that I took from the frog enclosure, and I moved it here. Now going up inside of this enclosure, unfortunately I cannot open this door. Firstly, before they hide, I have a lot of these guys. These are called headlight roaches, and they actually made holes inside of the background, and everything is covered with them. When I come here at night when the lights are out, the whole ground is swarmed with them. This is one guy. You see why they are called headlight roaches? Because they have these two yellow spots that kind of look like headlight. So I have them inside, and of course I have a jungle nymph inside. You see, this is one big female, mature female. Up until recently she was the only jungle nymph inside of this enclosure because all the males and other females died. But now look, second generation of babies is hatching. I mean, babies are hatching. You see, here is another one, and over there I see another one. So the jungle nymph babies are hatching, which is awesome. And over here I can actually, I think that I can grab one egg of theirs. You see, this thing that looks like poop or something is actually a jungle nymph egg. Fun fact, there you go. And now we are moving here to biggest tarantulas in the dark den. We'll go from top, where are smaller tarantulas, and we'll be going down, where we have bigger tarantulas, although majority here are hiding. So first one is this Pamphobeteus species Mahala male, and I have another one that is even prettier than this one, so I will be focusing on him, and this is everything that you will see from this male. We have another Nanduchromatus. This is a Nanduchromatus female, and she is just the same as the Nanduchromatus that I already shown to you, just a bit bigger. Now here we have Kiwi, the tiny jumping spider, although for a jumping spider she is big. I have some better recordings that I can show you because I don't want to disturb her right now. She sleeps now. At least she should sleep. Now in this tunnel we have, I don't remember the species name. Look at this. This on top. This is actually tarantula poop. So what this tarantula does, she comes to the edge of her tunnel, turns around, points her abdomen, I mean her booty, in the air, and just does that. So rude. And her neighbor is one pretty girl, but unfortunately she's not outside, so I will need to show you the clips. But you see this blue part, this is a part of her leg, actually a piece of mold, but you are seeing the mold so you can get the picture of how she looks, because she looks stunningly good, so good. In here I forgot the scientific name, but it is something Himalayana, and it is also a cool tarantula, pretty tarantula that is not outside. Now, not being outside is the theme of majority of these enclosures, so yeah, brace yourself. Here we have Poecilotheria fasciata, then here we have a smaller female Poecilotheria regalis, then next to her we have a Poecilotheria Miranda. Then next to her we have Lampropelma violaceopes, a beautiful tarantula. Then here one tarantula that is actually outside. Whoa, what incredible! This is Tapinauhenius violaceus, although she's... Let me just poke her, because I want to show some tarantulas now. Poking stick, this is what we need. There, now you can see her. Kinda. I believe that we can see her a bit better. Yes. Now, there we go. Isn't this a pretty tarantula? She's so shiny and everything. Okay, we are going to close this enclosure because she has a tendency of going outside. And in this last one, we have Heteroscodra maculata. Also hiding, moving down. Here, Pezzoteria subfusca. There, I wanted to show you this beauty because she really is pretty. And also kinda big. Beautiful. Then in here we have Pezzoteria rufilata, one huge female. She didn't like that, but check out. That's the girl right there. Nice yellowish coloration. Her neighbor is huge Pezzoteria regalis female, but I don't think that... Nah. Then we have cat, Pezzoteria metallica female. Even though she's usually outside, now when we are recording the video, of course that she is not outside now. But I have a way of getting... she's biting the straw, but there we go. Look at her. Look at her. Beautiful girl. Okay. Under her we have Pezzoteria formosa, although I basically never see her. As I said, this is the sad reality of owning majority of arboreal tarantulas. You just don't get to see them that often. But then when you see them, actually, it is a glorious sight. This is Pezzoteria ornata, and I think that I can get her to show herself. Oof, oof, oof. There, just for you, in all her darkness, in all her glory. Her name is actually Elvira, so yeah, go figure. And she's also currently the biggest tarantula in the dark den. She doesn't appear that big. I mean, does she? And my hands, you see? But she's really leggy, so her leg span is definitely the largest out of all tarantulas. At least for now. You know Linda, she is the biggest tarantula, and I will show you soon. But she just needs to grow. Anybody home? Oh, hello, hello. Now I realize that I said something wrong. This is Pezzoteria fasciata, and over there is Pezzoteria hanumavilasumica. I just don't have it labeled, so I always forget. But look at that yellow. Oh, this is so good, so good. I just love pokies. Inside of this, the tailless whip scorpion, Damon diadema, but she's just hidey, although I have good clips with her. This is Pezzoteria species lowland. Down here, this leg, that belongs to Hysterocrates gigas female. She is the one that recently escaped, and I barely managed to find... Oh, never mind, I barely managed to find her. But now I upped the security because she managed to open the door because the one magnet was kinda not enough. So now I have two magnets, and now even I cannot easily open it with one hand. Here inside, unfortunately, you won't be able to see her, although she is really nice and really big. It is the Hylobrachys species Huahini. No, not species, just Hylobrachys Huahini. She is actually my second tarantula, and right next to her it is Hylobrachys species Vietnam blue female, but I already showed her. She looks the same, just a bit bigger. This is a fun one. Ladies and gentlemen, let me present you Acanthoscuria geniculata. Bitey. You see that fang, how it penetrated the straw? Cool stuff. Sorry, that is not a roach. Maybe next time. Up here we have Annie, the little tocatel Albopilosus, although she closed off her burrow, but you can kinda see her. I'm including the recording now. Right next to her, hidden, the Aphonopelma semani. Unfortunately, she still didn't eat, so I don't know what is up with her. Then here we have the one that I already mentioned to you. This is the Brachypelma emilia. Big big female. There we go. I poked her with my finger, actually. Didn't expect that she was that close, but there we go. Brachypelma emilia. Beautiful female. And this one is even prettier. This is the Chromatopelma cyaneopubescens. Now check out this spectacle of color. We have some sort of orange. Then we have blue/greenish on that carapace. And then to finish it off with some blue on legs. Sweet tarantula. And also webs like crazy, you see. And here above her, another Acanthoscuria geniculata, but I already showed you one female, so no need to poke this one out. Then we carry on into one Tocatul vagans, although, yeah, she's nowhere to be seen, so I'm including some recordings. Then we have Sashenka, the Grammostola rosea. I see her down there. Ooh. There we go. But look how cute and fuzzy she is looking. She's such a basic yet such a pretty tarantula. And next to her it is Linda. It actually closed off her burrow, so that makes me wonder, is Linda maybe in a pre-molt? Oh! Okay, I am sorry. Linda is definitely not in a pre-molt. But this is the biggest tarantula species there is, although she is still not that big. She will be bigger, she will grow bigger. She just needs more time and more roaches apparently. Okay, how to deal with this? Linda, that is not a roach, so look at those fangs. Huge fangs, goodbye. Here we have one non-tarantula. This is actually a native to Croatia wolf spider, and I have a really cool setup for it because Aragog, the spider from Harry Potter, the model for that spider is actually based on a wolf spider like this one, so a really fitting theme, I would say, right? This is a Harry Potter car if you don't recognize it. I think that it is cool, really cool. Next to it we have a Nandutripepid male, a kind of large male, yeah. Yeah, he's alive. Oh, no. Move those legs. And that leads us into this. No, I'm keeping this for last. In here, we have Brachypelma behmei. Sorry about that sound, but... And check out this tarantula. Isn't that a pretty tarantula? Amazing colors and shape and everything. Bellissima, or how would you say that if you were Italian? And now for last, I actually showed you this one in a recent video, but still, it deserves to be shown again. Ladies and gentlemen, this is Pamphobetius mahala male. One really mad Pamphobetius mahala male. Sorry for everything, but this is the last animal in the dark den. This is the last animal in this video, so this was exhausting. Checking the time, I started recording this video started recording video around 6 p.m. and now it is 10 p.m. So you do the math. This was exhausting, and this is why I was dreading recording this video, because I know how long it takes to go through all the tarantulas and all the enclosures, and now I need to edit all of this, even though if you're watching this video I already edited it. I edited the video, yeah, and my throat hurts from all the talking. But I think I covered everything. I'm pretty sure that I covered everything, every enclosure, and now I can be more confident into finishing this chapter of the dark den. Even though I will still record a few videos here, the move is really close. So stay tuned for that. I hope that you are hyped. Other than that, I hope that you enjoyed this video. I hope that you endured this video as I endured recording it. If you did, thumbs it up and comment something. If you want to support this channel even more, there's a Patreon page. If you're new to this channel, make sure to subscribe. I upload on Monday and Friday. So see you again soon. Bye.